I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium Edmonton. With the Saville Community Sports Centre in Edmonton, Alberta. 20 teams for each the men's and women's division started play Thursday. Friday morning. I'm losing track of the days here, and they're looking to get down to one of those 8 spots for the playoffs that begin tomorrow morning. We've only got the final round-robin games in just the men's and the women's divisions left to go today. We've got the men here this afternoon. The women will be along in about 5 hours. We're going to feature the game here between Kevin Cooey and Takumi Maeda. My name is Shawn Joyce. Happy to be joined for this game by Matt Hames once again. Matt was looking at watching a football game this afternoon, and either your favorite NFL team's not playing or they're not doing very well early. Either way, you've decided to join me here.
Yeah, it wasn't really watch a football game. It was watch my son watch a football game with all his buddies. And I decided to let him be. Great to be here, though.
Well, underway in the first end here. We've got some rocks in play. You saw the attempted double there just jams the second stone. The two teams, of course, as always, have a chance to practice before the game. And in the round-robin portion, you draw to the button to determine who's got last rock in the first end of play. It's the Cooey team winning the draw to the button, so they've got last rock.
Yeah.
The Maeda team throwing the yellows have an interesting setup so far. They've got the center guard. After that jam, the shot stone, the one at the top of the forefoot's partially exposed. And they're looking to come around on the outturn side.
Yeah, and the Cooey team's going to have some chances here.
Yeah,
because they're throwing rocks in the rings. I think you might see them. They're trying to freeze to this back one.
Yeah, just to eliminate those two reds.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not so much you try to steal with that rock, you just make sure those two red ones can't end up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, just get that out of play, basically. Not quite making that freeze. I think even if they make the freeze, Cooey's running this anyway.
Yeah, likely he's got a couple of things possibly here. He can clean up the middle and maybe get a yellow. Tried to drive it onto the red, onto the yellow, just by. Shooter rolls all the way to the boards.
Trying to dead guard the red one now. That's their goal. Probably want this about halfway, knowing it's coming in.
I always like to apologize in advance before I start mispronouncing names. This is the third. Asai Nakahara.
They're on it the whole way. He definitely left it to the sweepers. Might not even.
They even got the switch at the end just to try to get it to curl a little more. It's not just that they needed to drag it deeper. They also needed to curl. They didn't cover a lot of that red stone.
We might ignore that completely and just play this intern.
Yeah, I think you'll ignore it.
Just play this like little intern with control weight. Try to hit board weight, he called. You can see where he just swept there. That just means that that's where the yellow rock is going out. Just making sure there's no debris there. Just Tyler trying to slightly cross the face, right?
Yeah. Tyler Tardy, the third. They always have to throw one left-hander in just to mess up the announcer when you say in-turn and out-turn. So this is the out-turn for the left-hander.
Going for line right away. It looks pretty quiet. Really good result.
rolls both reds in behind cover.
Oof, danger, danger, danger. Lonely yellow rocks in there.
Yeah, Maeda's sitting shot rock right now, but lonely is the word, right? It's back of the 4-foot.
So you know what? This is in a situation too where it's okay to play that, but you cannot bounce. Like, you just absolutely can't bounce off here.
Yeah.
Corner freeze maybe on the top red or the second red.
Yeah, you'd be happy with either one of them. And the only reason you want to get down there is because those two reds are lined up to take out shot.
Yeah.
You can't just straight guard everything. You know how well this Kui team hits, and they'll run a yellow over the top of the reds and try to run the two reds right back.
Yeah.
If you can get them tight together, get a corner freeze, that takes that away.
You don't want this to curl buried. You want it to keep it staggered. Pretty good. It's coming in. There's not much else. I mean, I guess you could run the yellow onto the red, but there's the high one.
I'm not sure you can see enough of the red to get the shot you're looking for now. He's just looking to set up an angle. Yeah. Kevin Kui himself plays the run so well. Doesn't necessarily have to get this is shot rock, but needs to tuck a corner around that yellow just so that Maeda can't remove the red.
Yeah. Yeah, the goal here is to get one in there
where he can use it to kill that back yellow. This is a setup
quarter
shot.
Belly. Yeah. Half buried, even a quarter buried.
Yeah, you could get shot rock out of this, but it's not
fully
the most important part.
Yeah, so you got half of it. It's definitely a...
Well, I think it might be shot rock too. It's
shot rock.
Got everything out of that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you walk down and placed it, that's where you'd want to place it pretty much.
I think all the discussion here is there anything we could do other than just straight guard it? There's a good look at the overhead.
Yeah. Is there? I don't think there's anything they can do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Straight guard it. They were looking at the wide out turn to try to sit shot on the other side of the button.
Well, yeah, I saw them looking at that, but it's...
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Then Kevin follows that one down, sits on the corner of it, the red one that they just threw. Like, it's a tough shot to get second shot rock even coming around the out turn side.
Well, they're
talking about disturbing the two in the middle, and I don't think you want to do that either.
I don't think you want to disturb those. I think the shots are either freeze to the one he did, the red, or guard.
Yeah, you sure can't be on the high side if you're playing the freeze.
And I think all they're talking about with this is what happens if we play this tight and we tick on the top yellow. I think, but I could be wrong.
It's if you pump that red one into the open, it's a disaster.
It could be a disaster. It depends on how far you tap it, right?
If it's in the open, it's far enough over to clear the stone at the top of the 4-foot, and then
if
you can use it to run into the back stone.
If they didn't throw right now, what is Kui playing? Is he freezing or is he playing the hit?
On his first stone?
Yeah, on his first
probably stone. Freezing.
Yeah, I agree. So I think knowing that, I think you want to just you want to either do that or take that away. It looks like the ice they're taking is to follow it down. The tendency here is to be short, right? Because you're just you overprotect being heavy. You just cannot be heavy here.
Yeah, and it has to be. The degree of difficulty or the shot tolerance, I guess, if Maeda is playing this versus Kui, it's different. Maeda can't be corner frozen on the high side because then that middle red doesn't go anywhere. Kevin Kui would be fine with that if he corner freezes the outside of the red. That same line is perfect for him. comparable for Maeda.
Well, it's really curling. That means it's not heavy.
He's got basically the guard touch off the top yellow one that they were looking at.
Well, now this is just a nose hit, right? No, it got a little spin.
He got a little spin at the end.
But I think he can see.
Yeah, I don't think he's
not gonna. He's waiting for the
some
last
risk.
one to do
Well,
that.
you're already shot rock, and if you ever hit it a little high, you just jam it in there. Get a good freeze from the out turn side again. Doesn't necessarily have to be second. Just get a good line, and you've got that yellow surrounded.
Yeah.
Play was already underway here as we came to air, so we weren't able to discuss all the scenarios here, but 8 teams looking to make the playoffs as we begin playing this final round robin draw. Kevin Cooey, a record of 4-0. Maeda at 3-1, the top pool A. There's also Evan Van Amsterdam in that pool at 3-1. 3 teams left that are undefeated. 2 of them are playing against each other. So at the end of round robin play, there will be no more than 2 undefeated teams. There's also 4 teams at 3-1. So 3 teams at undefeated and 4 at 3-1. To me, that's only 7 teams. And that means all the teams at 2-2 are still alive. And when I was looking at the matchups going into this draw, you got 10 games on the ice, and 9 of them have playoff implications.
I don't ever want to be too critical of Kevin Cooey, known in the game as not the quickest, but that ice call took a long time.
Yeah, he does have to go. So much of the pregame practice. Yeah. We talked to this to death, but it's true. The draw to the button is so important. In fact, we were just talking about the possible tiebreaker scenarios. Well, in these round robin competitions, it's usually your cumulative draw to the button that is the tiebreaker. So it's not just hammer in the game. If all these teams that possibly ending up at 3-2, it could be their draw to the button that determines playoffs. So deservedly so. They spend a lot of time on that.
This is a big shot. This is definitely a big shot. If he can sit 2 right here.
And the line is just a little different here. Yeah. This is he's not in his draw to the button line. He's going to be 6 to 8 inches over from that.
Outside of it.
Yeah, where do you put the broom for this? In the first end where maybe a rock hasn't been out quite this wide yet.
Yeah.
Line
looks pretty good, yeah.
This looks like a lot of weight, though.
Looks heavy. Yeah, it's not finishing.
Will slide all the way to the back.
Boy's got a little bit turned around on that one. And it's just in theory, if you were gonna play the yellow, red, yellow, it just took that away. Not completely.
Yeah, not completely. Does mean you probably don't have to guard that.
Yeah.
If that red stone that just came to rest, if it's not there, this particular shot, and this shot's still dangerous. Now they're talking about playing it just as a guard. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't risk. There's with that rock stopping where it did, it kind of takes away the yellow, red, yellow.
Probably does. It's hard. I mean, Kevin Cooey can throw them as hard as anybody who's ever played the game, and he might be able to blast it out over the top. He's going to have to lose a couple of reds to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. First end if he'll try that because you're risking a steal.
Yeah, you risk a steal. That's interesting because the sweepers there were not convinced that it was heavy. Like they were kind of
they were ready to go.
They got a little they again going outside there. They thought it was gonna slow up a lot.
Well, that's always that thing. You throw a draw in the first end in a path that you haven't played yet, and it's a bit of a guess.
Yeah.
For line and for weight.
We're pretty happy with the guard here.
Yeah, just looking to close the gap a little bit so that he can't run it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might still be there.
I think he's gonna just play this yellow onto yellow, right?
Yeah, you wanted that to curl a little bit more so that it couldn't clear the top red, trying to run it in, and I don't know if it did.
I don't think it did. I think it's too far out there.
Well, and it's probably sitting in a spot where it's fairly risk-free. Like I don't think you could. I don't think there's any way you could pick your own out of the top of the 4 foot.
I think the commentary there is middle of the rock, out turn, or put the broom where you want to hit it, and try to pick this out. It'll go over top of that.
Oh yeah, coming from this side, you can miss the reds, clip that yellow at the back. You might lose one of the reds at the back, but if they spill, it's for 4. And actually, I think where the guard's positioned, there's no way to drive it onto your own shot rock. It's those other 2 red stones at the top are kind of in the way, so you can't hurt yourself.
It's a free run.
It's going to just over curl on them a little bit.
Yeah.
Drives it by everything. Well, a lot of rocks in play in the first end. It just ends up as one of them going on the board. That'll be a single point for Kevin Cooey. He takes the 1-0 lead. Takumi Maeda will have last rock in the second.
You make moments like these possible.
Kevin Cooey with the single point in the opening end of play. Maeda will have last rock here as we begin at number 2. Center guard was thrown up by Carrick Martin, now asking him to come around it.
And he's coming around on the in-turn side, because if you come around on the out-turn side and you leave it a little bit open, then they can hit and roll behind their corner. It's one of those things that you just kind of pick up. Like, you could play both turns, but this is a better turn for the result you want to achieve. And they're going to ignore it anyway and just go around the corner.
Yeah, I thought they might.
Yeah.
Threw up the corner guard for a reason, and of course that rock didn't end up in a great spot for
no, it's not
a spot where you'd have to worry about it.
Right.
Uryu Kamikawa is the lead.
Once this gets off the center line, it should go like gangbusters. Here it comes.
not have the legs to get far
Yeah,
enough to bury.
just might be a biter, but almost 3/4 open.
It's one where you almost might have been better off to leave it out of the rings.
Yeah. If you let that stop, then you can't play the shot. Little board weight, hit and roll to the middle. Lots of rotation. Trying to get it to curl. Looks like it might flash. So now I think just hit and roll over. Force that play over to the edges.
These players are at such an elite level that they don't even have to look over their shoulder. I usually have to look and count and make sure, yeah, that's 5. We can hit this now.
Oh, I just asked somebody. Can I hit yet?
I've seen seconds have to call down and say, we can't hit that yet.
Yeah. Well, then I always say, well, he told me I could.
It's a good thing somebody's keeping track always anyway.
Tighten up the ice a lot. So it wasn't the throwing error last time. It was an ice error. So half the amount of ice here. Let's see if it moves a little bit more once it's way off the line. Probably a little bit less weight than on the first one, but still a good result.
Yeah. First thought for Maeda was to play the flat, and it's not really a true double. I don't know if he's worried about killing the second one, but if you get into the side of it or even maybe the back half a little bit, you can push out the front of the house and keep your shooter in behind cover. The second is Takumi Maeda. Just going to get the nose hit on the red. Dangerous stone.
Yeah, Kevin's deciding whether or not he wants to get super aggressive, come around this, or play a nose, a little hit and roll on that top one, and he's opted for the come around. Third's first. Get a little aggressive here.
I don't know whether it factors in, Matt. You've done a couple of games with me, and I know I talked about it at one point in time. Statistically, most people, we find that their out turn curls a little bit more than their in turn. Well, for the left-hander, this is his in turn.
Yeah.
So he might be able to get a rock buried into a spot that it's hard for a right-hander to follow it.
Yeah, exactly. Just hook that baby in there.
I don't know if Kevin Cooey thinks that way. I can remember vividly. A Briar Glenn Howard was playing in when Richard Hart was still playing third for him, and they were using that. Now, on top of it, Richard had a rock that they thought was curling a little bit more, but between his in-turn, that rock, and I can remember them laughing at one shot. He said, that rock's almost like cheating, because when Richard threw it in there with his in-turn, there wasn't a right-hander at the Briar that could follow him.
Yeah, he could get those rocks buried.
Yeah, he had a cutter, and his in-turn would curl.
His intern is a cutter.
His intern's a bit of a cutter anyway, yeah. I think even Richard will admit that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a weapon if you know how to use it.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew how to use it, including Richie.
I'm surprised he hasn't already put the broom down for the angle red onto the yellow. I was sure that's what he'd play.
Yeah, the red onto the yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess he doesn't really have to play it yet. That's part of it.
I don't think he has to play it. I think he's just thinking, what are they going to do?
Yeah, true.
Like, why make it easier on them? right there or just past it is not bad either. Just as long as you dead guard that yellow rock, either in front of the one that's in the 8-foot. So either in front of the guard or just past the guard. You're trying to dead guard the yellow rock. Looks like they're going past it now. It's a little heavy.
It's still well out there too. He wants a little bit
Yeah.
of overlap one way or the other.
Yeah, I think they gotta keep it moving to get it to curl. That's good. Dead guard the yellow rock. Can you throw a peel that gets rid of most of these?
Maybe if you do it the way he's looking at it. The other shot I was looking at, and I don't know whether he played it. You could play the yellow guard onto the red one that's just biting, trying to spill the yellow into the ring.
That's what I was thinking.
You'd have to throw a bullet because you're hitting close to the nose and you want to roll both yellows away from the center line. Yeah. But you might get another rock in the rings off that.
This might get you another rock in the rings too. That's the shot. I think that's the shot
that's the one I was looking at. Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking too.
It's tough because you're hitting whatever 7/8 probably.
Yeah, you're not holding your shooter.
Well, probably. You hope not.
Yeah.
When you're hitting it that thick, you've got to throw a bit of a bullet. Now, none of these teams have a problem with that, but if you're trying to hold one in the rings, sometimes you like to bring the weight down. That doesn't really go with the shot you're trying to play here. The triplet Maeda's looking at, the angle's not bad for it either.
No, I think it's pretty good.
They're worried about it. It looks like they're worried about it coming back to the board side of that Yellowstone, which would drive it by the red. But if you hit the first one thin enough, I think it's coming over the top of the yellow, and then if you make contact at all, it comes back towards shot rock. Could just clear everything. That's fine too.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the shot is the red. I think that I like that more and more because it puts your yellow in a spot that you can maybe run it back as well.
True.
It gives you two run backs because you open up the yellow and you open up the top yellow.
Well, there's potential there, and that's what they're looking at is where's your shooter going to end up? Like it could end up in the rings. It still could end up in a raised position. Like
I don't think it can unless you nut that red. I think you have to hit it. I think you have to make sure you double at the reds more so.
And that would be the first priority for sure.
I think you just have to. It's going to be a lot. Like there's going to be a lot of weight here. You got to just skinny past the yellow. It looks to me like. Well, let's see.
Third is Issei Nakahara. Big weight on the out turn. Rush calls off and on. Should mean it's close. It's backing up. That might have had to do with the release. Catches all three stones out front. And that red stone will spin through the back and all the way out of play.
And after all that, it's probably a high guard. Now he definitely wants to be high. He doesn't want to be tight. He still wants to guard the yellow one that's in the rings, but he wants to be high now.
He doesn't want to leave him the double run. That would be to sit two.
Yeah.
He might have a shot on the intern.
He might be able to come around with the intern. And
hard to know in the second end if it curls that hard, but
it's it's pretty high guard, high-ish, and there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
So he might be able to You only have to get it out of the 8-foot, not even fully out of the 8-foot.
Jacques
You only have to
Gauthier
push it
throws
about 6 feet.
Jacques Gauthier throws the second stone, but he is the vice. He's in the house holding the broom. They use Tyler Tardy as a brusher, and I haven't talked to them. I'm not sure the reasoning behind it, but I have to think it's the fact that Tyler is that natural left-hander. So by having Tyler and Carrick sweeping, you got both brushers on their natural side.
Yeah.
And Jacques Gauthier skipped through all juniors on his own, so it's not like he's unfamiliar with calling line.
This has got a curl.
Well, they didn't get the overlap.
Didn't quite stop the run back, right?
No, yeah, they needed a slight overlap to stop this. Now, I mean, this still has to be made, but
is there any part of you that thinks that you try the intern with like hack weight before you try this? Because even if you make this, you might leave a double.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing how you leave a double if you make it, because you've got to be ever so slightly across the top. One of them is rolling behind cover, maybe both.
Maybe. I think your shooter goes away. I'm just worried about the rocky hits here rolling out into the middle there and leaving a double back. It's playing it pretty quiet though. It's got a curl. Well, you know what that gave him? A good read on how much it's going to curl for if he wants to try the hack waiter now.
Yeah, I'm not sure the hack waiter's going to be there. If Kevin's going to guard that side again, he's probably going to go a little wider.
Yeah, he's going to go a little wider. Are they looking at the possibility of this outturn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they are for sure.
Look at that.
And it's deceptive to look at the overhead. You have to defer to the players on the ice. It's hard to tell whether that long angle to get to the red stone on the corner of the button, can he get by the yellow at the top of the 8-foot?
Yeah. Yeah, you might have to just skinny that. Like you're going to be really close to it when you're coming past there. That's how much it finishes. I think the better shot is to just throw this intern guard.
Well, they're going to play some sort of a guard, one way or the other. But I think what they're talking about is, do we come right into this corner, freeze it? Because if we leave him that angle run, could be for two. And I mean, it still would be, but he'd have a lot less rings.
So yeah, right now he's got an angle run for 2.
The other question, and I mentioned this once earlier, so this is the kind of shot where you'd almost like to turn the opposition and say, if I leave you that angle run, are you going to play it?
Yeah.
Because just because it's there doesn't mean he's going to play it either.
Yeah, well, I wonder if what they were doing when they were having the conversation was debating whether or not he has an outturn draw, as opposed to playing it themselves. I wonder if they were always playing
at
this
the
guard.
run, and I think they were looking at the run. Does he have the run? And if he's got the run and they're worried about him playing it, you got to bring this rock into the rings, because you bring this into the rings and he plays that run and clips his own yellow. Now it's 2, and so now he's less likely to play it.
Yeah, it brings more.
If you just throw the straight guard here and that run is there, he's already facing a steal of 1, and it's never going to be worse than 1.
Yeah.
So he's more apt to play it.
Yeah, you need to bring more consequence.
Looks like they're playing a straight guard, though.
They're playing a straight guard. 2 guards by the skipper.
Just has to curl enough to take away the port.
I think it did because he has to
yeah,
play with this intern.
because it's a reverse stagger.
Yeah,
He'd have to
it's a
throw
reverse stagger.
weight
There's no
through the
way he
port, and then
gets
he
through
doesn't
there.
get to the nose. Yeah,
No way he gets through that intern.
not with the weight he needs to throw to get
Yeah.
past the nose. He's got to have some finish after the guard.
They're going to stare at it for a long time. Problem with staring at a hole like that is it doesn't get bigger.
No matter how much you wish.
Yeah, you can wish it bigger and you can stare at it for as much as you want to, but it's not going to get bigger.
I haven't seen them actually look at the angle running yet at all. Like, to me, it again, you have to defer to the players on the ice. From the overhead, it kind of looks like the best you can do is drive it on to maybe about half the red. I think that yellow is kind of in the way.
Yeah, he's trying this.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is there at all, but
it's not going to look there from the hack either. This is going to look like a tough shot from the hack. Doesn't mean it's not makeable, but it's going to look tough. You got to just throw the weight and hit the brim and forget the port. If you think it's there, just throw the weight and hit the brim. On it and off it, like it's close.
These are so tough to call as the line caller too, because you're trying to keep an eye on both guards.
Oh.
Doesn't get by the wide one, and actually, if he does, I'm not sure he gets by the tight one with that weight. It was curling pretty hard.
It was curling pretty hard.
Picks up the single point, though, and we're all tied up after 2 ends of play. It'll be Kevin Cooey with last rock in the third.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind.
I just figured, you know what? They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll see the score.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
Everything I've worked for.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Oh, sorry about that, everyone. As we're going to the break, I announced the score for the wrong team. It's the first weekend of the year for the announcers, too, and I'm 10 games in and losing track of who's playing which stones. So it's a steal of one for Kevin Cooey. He's got a 2-0 lead here as we begin play in the third. They bring the first stone into the top of the 4-foot. They had asked for the corner guard, which is put up, and now Eric Martin looking to come right into the house again. Nothing out of the brushers so far. They'd like to get close to the same line as the first one. Don't really want to freeze it either. Like some separation here.
I don't think that's what they were looking for.
No, they were looking to come in, but
yeah,
they would have liked to leave them more lined up and maybe a little more separation too.
Well, we're going to see the separate side.
No, he's coming around his
he's
corner.
coming
It's only
around.
the third
Look at
end.
that.
Yeah,
He's coming
it's only the
around.
third end.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's geared towards that corner. If you were to hit that red later on,
Yeah.
you're not going to hit it this early because he wants to try to set up a deuce. But the top one, you don't have to kill the top one because it's going to spill in behind that corner. And
I missed what he called, but that didn't look like enough ice to come around that corner guard to me.
oh yeah, okay, he was
So
playing
I
the
thought
come
it
around
was
all
like-
the way.
yeah.
Once again, I'm surprised after it rubbed the guard that they kept sweeping.
Yeah.
If you leave that in front, you can't hit it.
Yeah, you can't hit it.
Plus, I'm not sure why you were sweeping it back towards the center line anyway.
He's trying to hold his shooter here, right?
Yeah, because that's a pretty makeable double in the middle.
Yeah. He's thinking about a force now.
Thinking about a force, yeah. He didn't throw a center guard, so he's never been thinking about a steal here.
No.
Makes the hit, removes the yellow.
I don't think so.
But the shooter will spin all the way across and out of play.
Cooey would be okay with a blank too now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to really try to manufacture anything anymore. He just has to kind of
You're right.
manage the score and the ends.
Takumi Maeda throwing the second stones.
Coming into the rings.
Come down
a little
and
freeze tap.
Yeah, jiggle those, maybe make them into more of a pocket instead of a stagger.
Sweepers are saying it's heavy, so.
Well, they're looking for curl now.
Yeah, they're looking for a lot of.
They were looking for a little tap. They're going to have more of a tap than they would have liked. It does put it behind the tee line. That's not bad for them.
It's not bad.
Leaves their shooter available to be removed, though.
Yeah. More rocks to deal with later in the end. Cooey trying to stay here too. Just roll close to where his broom is right now. Just a little bit inside of that, probably. Good spot.
Cooey sitting 3. Maeda looking at the hit off the zone that was just delivered, try to come across. He's not really looking to double the second red. He'd like to move it over, maybe get a pocket formed over on that side behind the corner guard.
In that corner.
Yeah. Kind of like this. Boy, that's a great shot.
That's a great result. That really. Nice little board weight. He's trying to nose this, though. He doesn't really want to roll, I don't think. Maybe he does.
Yeah, nose or a broom side roll. You don't want to roll the other way now.
Yeah. Nice positive release.
A little on the outside, maybe a little too much on the outside. Actually touches the reds going by, and did we have?
I was wondering why nobody swept that. I think
might have been a burnt stone.
Gotten burned. I was wondering why nobody on yellow was sweeping that.
I'm peeking at the replay myself. A little on the outside, maybe a little too much on the outside. Actually touches the reds going by, and if I can remember my rule book correctly, they did the right thing. If it happens inside the hog line, you let the rock play out because the non-offending team has the choice whether to let the play stand or.
Yeah.
Outside the hog line, I don't believe there's a choice. Inside the hog line, I believe there's a choice. Now everybody's going to go to the rule book and We'll check the chat in about 5 minutes to see if I've got that right.
Well, so you got a nice break here. What do? They're looking at a split here. So he's looking at crossing the face, a little split to get some separation on these yellow rocks, trying to cross the face of this, tap it back a bit, and roll onto that pocket.
Well, and to not leave the double. Like that's you could play the freeze into the pocket, but then Kevin Cooey could come off the yellow stone into the side of that stone, and the pocket doesn't help you. You'll go out the side.
Yeah. That's why they're trying this. It's got to curl. No, it's curling. Now it's got to stop curling. It's a good shot.
Pretty good, yeah.
Still might go.
It might.
You might lose only one red too. That's why they're trying this. It's got to curl. No, it's curling. Now it's got to stop curling.
Your own red and then kick the other one out the front.
Yeah.
Certainly we know they can throw it hard enough.
Yeah. He might also just think like I can change the angles of these by exchanging a couple of rocks.
Exchange 2 nose hits and we're in good shape.
Yeah, exchange 2 nose hits and now you've got a much better angle. You don't need to make a double here on this shot.
Tyler Tardy making his way down. I think this is one of those cases where he just wants to see the angles.
That's the one that I think is the easiest one. I think it just comes off.
Yeah, it is. It's there, and I don't think there's any way to dead nut it just because of the angle that those two reds are at.
I don't think it dead nuts. You might lose both of those reds, but you're going to be sitting in the 4-foot, and so I don't think that they'll come around the corner guard. They might, with only one rock in the rings. This could end up getting rid of all 4 of those rocks. This shot.
Yeah, I agree. It could.
Especially since this is going to be coming at Mach 2.
How hard can you throw on, what are we at here? September the 8th?
Yeah.
It's a little thin on the yellow yet. Misses just touches the second one, moves both reds.
Well,
8.
Yeah.
It's a little thin on the yellow yet. Misses just touches the second one, moves both reds. Tough. Now, if you freeze the inside corner on.
Yeah.
You just don't want to cross it here if you're mad.
You don't want to cross it or be dead on it.
Need to stay on the center line side.
Yeah.
This is really curling. I might go plan B and just try to dead bury this now.
Yeah, just dead bury it now and leave it T-line. You don't have to get to the back one.
Well, they actually held the inside better than I thought they were going to.
Yeah.
But there's definitely room to make the double.
Yeah. Outturn or in-turn?
It looks easier with the in-turn, but it's Kevin Cooey throwing it. So it's probably going to be the outturn.
I think it's going to be the outturn too. Yeah. There we go.
And I just say it looks easier with the in-turn because you need to, if anything, get into the side of that second yellow or to the back of it if you can. You don't want to come to the top of it. You even saw them talk about that. If you hit the top of that second yellow, you're just going to put it into the red.
You can see you got to hit almost a quarter. A little bit more than a quarter of a rock here.
You're hitting thinner coming from this turn as you would be coming from the other. You get a steeper roll if you're playing coming into that stone. This will roll a little flatter.
He's probably just like, this is just a normal, like even a little down weight hit. Because you could also just hit and roll, right? If it hangs.
Yeah. Just roll over towards it, group them, and maybe have a better chance for the double on the next one.
He's playing the role now. Yeah, that's also just nice down weight. And if it did curl, great. If it doesn't, if it kind of hangs there a bit, then you can play that shot. If it hangs.
Yeah. Just roll over towards it, group them, and maybe have a better chance for the double on the next one.
He's playing the role now. Yeah, that's also just nice. Tough. It's not an impossible rock to get rid of, but it's a tough rock to get rid of and not leave something.
You don't really even need to completely get rid of it if you could. And this is a tough shot, but move it back about 2.5 feet, leave 3 reds across, and just roll over a little bit past the face of your own. Now Kevin's going to have a chance to freeze, but that's what you want him playing right now.
Yeah.
He won't be able to get any yellows out if you make this.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to freeze into the pocket and try.
All you have to do, if you can get that red rock beside the yellow rock, like even just move
even that far is not bad.
Like not even just a rock, like just get it out of the way and get your shooter up there. I guess the key to it would,
I think they're looking to tap it a little farther and roll over.
Yeah, I agree. They want to sit 2 right here.
They want to sit 2 here. Yeah,
they want to sit.
But you're right. They don't have to.
I don't think they have to, but that's what they want to do. I think there's a bit more opportunities for error with a nice little quieter tap. Let's see. Make it perfect and it doesn't matter.
This is really going to have to curl.
Really going to need to curl. You see this kid put his arms up like that and say, what just happened?
Red onto yellow when the dust clears. It is Cooey still sitting shot. The Maeda just threw his second. Cooey's got third and Maeda has fourth.
Does not look like there's, even if he just made this go away and rolled out, there's no shot for 2.
No, you wouldn't think so, because any attempt at the double, the thin double, is going to put the red into the yellow.
As long as you hold your shooter here as second shot, there's no shot for multiple. Unless it rolls over. No, that's
the only thing you'd have to be careful about. The only thing that I can see that would cause you some trouble if you hit this broom side and clipped your own red.
Yeah.
If you make the double on the yellow and the red and lose your shooter, then he's got a shot for 2.
Yeah, that's about it.
I don't see anything else.
No, I don't see it. And I just don't see that happening with a nice control weight out turn here. Yeah, just keep your broom down and sweep it. It's fine. Draw the button for 1. Ended up being a good force.
Yeah.
Lots of chances. Lots of different opportunities there.
So Takumi Maeda with his final stone here in the third end. Trailing 2-0, facing 3, needs full 4 foot.
Does have some backing, but doesn't want to use it. You want to draw right to the button.
Well, he's got 2 brushers working it pretty hard right now. I don't think they're worried about the backing.
I don't think they're worried about the backing either. This has really got to go.
He's about to have 3 sweepers on it. Trying to drag it. Needs to get a good solid piece of that 4 foot. It's going to come up a little bit short.
Looks like a steal of 2.
Yeah, looks like a steal of 2 more. That gives Kevin Cooey a 4-0 lead after 3 ends of play. Maeda will have last rock once again in the 4th.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
4-0 here as we begin play in the fourth end. Maeda with last rock. He comes in with a record of 3-1. If this score holds up, that'll drop him to 3-2. We know that 2 losses is going to get into, it looks like, get into some kind of a tiebreaker scenario. I had a chance to take a little bit of a peek at the chat on the YouTube stream in between ends. A couple of things I'm going to address. Somebody asked if I'm the one that does the Saskatchewan provincials, and I am. And then somebody else was asking if they've got any information on the draw shot challenge distance. And I'd like to see that information too, if you can find it, because it looks like it's going to come into play. Now it's looking like it might be a factor for the Maeda foursome as well. Still a lot of game left to be played here.
So we have the score here as 3-0, but it's 4-0. You can look at the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, that was a deuce there.
That was a deuce.
It was close. He almost cut him down, but
yeah.
So now this is where Shawn's trying to commentate on one screen, and I got windows open on 3 others, looking at all the tiebreaker scenarios.
Yeah, you know, I'd let her go for just a couple more ends, and then things will make more sense.
It all usually tends to work itself out, doesn't it?
It does work itself out.
It's fun to look, though.
It's always fun. What if this happens and this happens and this happens?
It's fun to look when you're in this chair. It's not so much fun when you're on one of those teams. Yeah.
No, you don't want to keep playing more games if you can help it. Well, we got the theory here of the opposite side corner guards. Might have left them in not the greatest situation for.
I think the one on the outturn side is tight enough to the rings that if you were trying to draw to the button, you would already have curled by that stone. Yeah. But I agree with what you're thinking there. That guard they just threw, I don't think you've got an in-turn path to the button later on.
Well, I also think
it's not going to look good from the hacks.
I don't think you have an in-turn path, but I think that they might take a run at both of these.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, they didn't get them even.
No,
I can't play it yet. This is still just the 5th rock of the end. So.
Yeah. So the call here was like just back 4, just here. Like that's basically where he tapped the broom. That's just a rock to get in the way. Because you can't do much else, so you might as well just put it there. And
yeah, if the first 2 had been on the center line, you might have guarded.
You might have.
They might not. Cooey's team might not have, but we've certainly seen some other teams. You and I have called a couple of games for Mike McEwen, and he has guarded in that situation. Yeah. But you want them on the center line if you're going to think about guarding.
Oh, they might have lost this.
Yeah,
it's going to roll into the open, but it could create another little.
You get the spin back at the end.
We'll spin back at the end. It's not in the rings, but it is in play. It is in the way. Okay, they're going to take a run at this. They're going to take a run at trying to get both of them.
Try to hit the guard right beside the broom, come across. And I guess ideally you probably get to the back end of that yellow and have your shooter come through the house.
Yeah, get underneath it.
This is pretty thin on the first one, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Object A is to get rid of the first one. It's always embarrassing when you're trying to double peel and you miss the first rock.
Yeah, I'll date myself here. That's the one where you're looking for it, and if it doesn't make any sound, you're down at the other end. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah.
Now we'll see how many people in the chat were old enough to remember Bugs Bunny and Marvin the Martian.
Are they going to the back one here around this corner guard, or just straight draw?
I think they were playing straight draw. I don't mind your idea. Come right to the back one because he's probably going to peel the guard anyway.
He's going to peel the guard anyway, and then you kind of corner freeze on the other one.
He left half. He might go after the rock in the rings.
Yeah, he might. I think he's just going to straight.
Still going to peel, yeah.
Remember, he's up 4-0, not 3-0.
Well, Kevin looked at it, and I think it's what are we at? Tyler's first rock. He's looking at it from the hack saying, I can see enough of that to go after it.
Yeah. I get you. I just, I mean, if you can make it go away, make it go away.
Well, with the weight they're playing, it looks like they're playing to hit and probably keep their shooter and play in the 4-foot area. And you get enough rocks in the 4-foot, and it becomes tough for Maeda to ignore them and go around the corner just because he's not going to have enough rocks left to deal with them all.
Just forcing them into them.
Yeah, try to force him to the middle. Or he doesn't have any cover. Boy, they
might jam.
That made a jump.
Nope.
Gets just across the back one. Now he did leave a pocket at the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
The problem is you make the freeze. You still got to move all three of those reds at some point in time.
You do. You can run the corner guard in.
Yeah.
You've got some options. Like, I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, I think you have to play it.
If you get right in the dead middle. There, I would just wonder if Kui just knows this anyway with like lots of weight.
Yeah, there's maybe enough room between them that if you blast it right on the nose, it might just keep skating all the way through. Now, do you want to lose your own rocks like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
You lose two of the red ones here, and that again makes it more attractive for Maeda to come around the corner. So they're going to play the guard, it looks like. They played the gentle little tap on the last one to force him.
I think they're playing a tap on this yellow. So what they're trying to do is release their reds and just sit right there.
Yeah. Right on the nose, stay right
on the nose with just like.
Yeah, even if you only move those reds a couple of inches each, just so
that's
that you
all
can
they
kill
want to do.
The yellow without losing both reds.
Yeah, they just want to move the yellows a couple of inches. Just get them off the yellow. This is a good call. I like this call a lot. Even if you're not on the nose, all you got to do is release it. Just like that. Now it goes.
Yeah. So now Maeda probably has to do something with that to change the angles.
I think he's gotta try to play what he just called. I think you have to throw this decently hard. Try to just hit it off nose. and squirt that red rock behind your yellow and get behind the corner guard. He's playing it quietish.
Not playing with a lot of weight.
No, he's playing it quiet. I just don't know that red rock goes where he wants it to go.
He can hit it thinner this way, so maybe it does.
Yeah. I think the key here is to get behind that corner guard with this shot, with this shooter.
He's not going to hit this as thin as he needs to. This is really curling.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he left his stone at the top of the 4 foot in good shape.
Yeah, I think you just come off this yellow into this again, and
it's close to jamming at the back if you do that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You can afford a guard with this shot, with this shooter.
He's not going to hit this as thin as he needs to. This is really curling.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he left. One thing we know about Kevin Cooey is they're not going to make a call here until they've looked at all the angles.
Yeah.
And it's not just what they can make. They've got so much respect for their opponents too. And
yeah.
What are you leaving behind?
What is he going to play? Like, it's that, and they're starting to think about just, what if we just nose this? What if we just nose that yellow one? What is he going to play?
If you nose the yellow one, I think he can kill all 4 reds. Now he's got to leave you some kind of double to do that.
Yeah, right. So thin off the top red onto the yellow into the crotch, and your shooter goes over to this red
and takes this red. Yeah.
And I don't think you want to roll behind the corner guard, because then you just give them a better chance at.
The same shot's still going to be there if you roll behind the corner, and he can get the yellows separated if he makes it.
Yeah.
Is there anything, and I don't have the answer. Is there anything you can do with those ones in the middles to break the angle? Similar shot to what they just played or something?
I think
anything.
yellow. Like I think a quarter rock on this yellow rock into the other yellow.
Yeah.
And just like, because I think you can also hit it thinner than you think. Make sure it goes over the back one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And just kind of like jiggle it all around and see what happens. He's playing the outturn on it.
Well, that I could have predicted.
I'm with you. I don't think he's going to be throwing this a million miles an hour based on where he kind of put that broom down. I think he's just going to throw.
The second yellow one's not going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
This is all just about changing the angles a bit.
Yeah.
And it's really the break up the 2 reds that are biting the 4 foot. Right now, there's no way to get that yellow out. If he comes into the side of the yellow and just moves that redstone over, at least there's a way to blast the yellow out off the red.
Well, you're just bunching everything again, right? Then,
yeah, but
you're
creating an escape route for that yellow stone too. Right now, there's nowhere you can hit it that yellow stone is leaving.
This has more weight than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, maybe a little, and he's a little thicker on the first one than I thought he was going to be.
Nobody sweeping them.
Just gets through the back. I think it's out of the rings.
Yeah.
And they do decide it's all the way out of play.
Yeah.
You're creating an escape route for that yellow stone too. Right now, there's nowhere you can hit it that yellow stone is leaving.
This has more weight than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, maybe a little, and he's a little thicker on the first one than I thought he was going to be.
Nobody sweeping them. They were never thinking about getting it over the top of the back one. They was thinking about getting it under it. Yeah, it looks like if you hit that top, the red rock on anywhere on the outside, the yellow's gone. So they have to really think about how to play this.
Well, there are a lot of angles for them to look at here, and all 4 players in the house.
Yeah. So they're looking at this red double, but the problem with this red double is that you just kind of jack up the 2 yellows.
Well, you don't have to. You can hit the first one fairly thin. It looks like the 2 reds. I'm looking at a smaller screen than I need to be, I guess, but it looks to me like they're touching each other. And if they're touching, you can hit that anywhere, and it's still going to move the second one. The problem is you roll behind the corner guard, and the yellow-red combination in the house that's going to be left there is queued up to go that way. You could leave Kevin the double. Still, that would make sure you had a chance to score, which right now is in question. I think
So
they
they're
also looked at
talking
hitting the wide red and roll in for, he'd be sitting second and third, but the one at the top of the 4-foot never leaves then.
Right. I think they were looking at that on the one on the outside 8-foot into the one on the button.
Yeah.
And actually try that double.
Try to kill it? Boy, if you move it.
Yeah, if you move it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I think the yellows might be able to go then if you leave it right there. Granted, you want to make sure you have a shot for your last one.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think the way to get a shot for your last one is to play these top 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Try to play a hit and roll to the corner-ish. See if you get these 2 reds moving, get them out of there.
And it looks like with that broom, you'd probably love to throw it quiet, but the quieter you throw it, the thinner you have to hit it, and then you roll deep enough to maybe leave a double. This looks like he's throwing more like a normal weight and trying to get a flat roll, stay higher than that stone at the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah,
that's the best result.
That's the best result. That's what you got to. This is going to be moving a bit. Normal up.
I think you can get away with just normal.
Yeah, he's tightening.
You're looking to hit about 2/3.
2/3
normal weight.
Yeah. It's hard to tell, but it looks kind of normalish. See how it explodes off the.
When this is really curling, he needs to hit this thin enough to get the roll.
Yeah. Not bad.
Didn't get enough roll to bury, but he actually left it in a spot where it's a very awkward double.
Yeah, it's a real tough double.
Still might be the call.
I don't know if he's making the double. I'm pretty confident he's not throwing an out turn right now.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not with that broom, although.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to play a hit and roll on
top of the 2 in the house. Could be.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, mind you, hit and roll on top of that. He's always got a shot for 2 because he's got the red he can come off of.
Yeah.
He might go hard for the double here. It's so paper thin, but how could you hurt yourself? This is the out turn.
Wait, he's throwing the out turn.
He's throwing the double with the out turn.
I love him.
Well, if you missed the first one, you're picking the second one, I guess. So
there you go.
If you make the double, there's no chance for 2.
That is just a broom that only Kevin Cooey.
But how could you hurt yourself? This is the out turn.
Wait, he's throwing the out turn.
He's throwing the double with the out turn.
I love him.
Well, if you missed the first one, you're picking the second one, I guess. So
there you go.
If you make the double, there's no chance for 2.
There was
no hole.
No, there was no hole.
He's hitting one of them or the other, and if he
gets
it the way he does, he makes the double. So
that's why he's played the out turn. It's a beautiful thing. Just great confidence in your ability to throw it and to throw that out turn.
Takumi Maeda had no choice but to try the nose hit for the single, and he'll make that, gets on the board. Kevin Cooey, though, with a 4-1 lead, and he will have last rock in the 5th.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Shawn, Joyce, Matt Hames with you here from the Saville Shootout. Final round robin draw for the men. Final round robin draw for the women will be along in just about 4 hours' time now. Kevin Cooey coming in with a record of 4-0 has a 4-1 lead as we begin play in the fifth end. Takumi Maeda coming in with a record of 3-1, needing the win here to avoid a tiebreaker situation. That tiebreaker would be the cumulative draw to the button scores for the week. So we don't have the updated standings on where that would put him. Not the way they wanted to start things as we play here in the fifth. They did pick up their single in the fourth end, so trailing by 4-1, but Cooey with last rock, and after the hogstone, looking to bring this first stone into the corner. Carrick Martin, the lead.
Just realized my microphone's been on mute. That's not the way you want to start the end.
No, not the way you wanted to start the end, but it also doesn't give you the choice to play a second or to make a play on that stone in the rings. You're down by 3. You got to throw another center guard.
Yeah.
With a start to the end like this and a chance for Carrick Martin to throw one into the rings, it's early. There's a lot of end yet to play, but could be an end where Maeda is either going to get the steal or he might be giving up 2. And if you're giving up 2, it might be handshakes.
Yeah, it might be all over.
Got the guard up, though, and it is touching the center line, so it also can't be ticked. Carrick Martin looking to play the come around.
It's a little heavier than he probably wanted, but
yeah, he had a nice line coming in, but they didn't dare sweep it to finish it. It would have ended up behind the tee line.
Yeah.
Hiroki Maeda looking to come down, sit on top of that stone. Jacques Gauthier probably already in the hacks, getting ready to peel the guard.
Yeah. Might be already sliding.
Okay, Skipper, hurry up and get the broom down because I'm ready to come.
Morty at the hog line.
I'm coming at you. You better get that broom down. Well, no mystery what's going to happen here. Maeda needs to take a few chances. He's going to guard. Kevin Cooey will peel. And then Maeda, perhaps on his first stone, might try to tap to a freeze.
Yeah, probably. I think that's...
Of course, every time we speculate on the scenarios, we get a half shot somewhere along the way, and we don't get to find out what was going to happen. For me, that's always the interesting part, because in a situation like this, it all comes down to timing. When do you want to make your move in the rings? It's not too early, because you give Kevin Cooey, who is one of the best hitters that's ever played, too many chances to play doubles.
They're just going to throw out-turn peels at this for... This is a... This would be an in-turn peel. No, this is...
This is still an out-turn, but I know where you're going with that. There might be a couple of in-turn peels. We'll see.
There's a couple of in-turn peels coming next.
I think if it's me, I'm throwing at least 2 more guards. And there's a case to be made for throwing the guard
one
again
on your first. Yeah,
on your first.
Yeah.
Yes, the red is shot right now, and there's some risk if you throw a guard with Skip's first stone that Kevin Cooey doesn't peel it. But
I was going to ask you if you ever thought that you throw it off, like you don't try to guard it, you throw it off like this. If you do that on purpose.
Yeah, you could. Just, you know, he's not going to play the rock in the rings, but you also, at this level, you're never going to get a nose hit on a peel either. So you move that guard around a little bit, and you're hoping for something just off the nose is the best chance you've got.
They're never taking a run at the double. Just in case you're wondering, sitting at home. They're always just playing the peel, but you just kind of change the angles a bit.
Yeah, change the shot.
You might do that in your club. In this, it doesn't really matter. I don't think they intended to do that. It just overcurled on them. Hands up for this is heavy. But you got to talk now, boys. Make sure if you're going to be heavy, it has to be dead frozen on your own.
Or tap to dead frozen if it's that heavy. You
can't stagger.
You can't stagger the yellows.
Okay, well.
Earlier than I would have wanted to play that on purpose.
Yeah, that back one might not go now. I don't think it goes.
No, I don't think it does either, but I think you're still blasting it. I don't think you want to just pick the top one off because there's not a lot of separation on the other two now.
He's thinking about playing like a
quieter, leave a shooter where he could come off of it later if he had
Yeah.
to. Yeah, that's not bad either.
Or he might be he's blasting it, but he wants to keep the shooter, is what he's saying. So he's just going to get rid of the top yellow and the back red and hold the shooter over there. Still probably forcing the guard anyway.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to guard it.
So he wants to hold the shooter here if he can. Doesn't look like he's gonna.
No, not sure he's getting the second yellow. Oh wow.
Okay then. Just how they wrote that one up.
Yeah.
Apologized.
You see, Tyler, I don't think they thought it was possible.
No, he didn't. He
turned around and said, "Sorry, guys."
Apologized. Yeah.
He's gonna have to guard it.
So he wants to hold the shooter here if he can. Doesn't look like he's gonna.
No, not sure he's getting the second yellow. Oh wow.
Okay then. Just how they wrote that one up.
Yeah.
Apologized.
You see, Tyler.
Not mean to do that. Wow.
You knew it was possible. You might have called it, but
yeah, it's funny how
didn't look like it was. Yeah.
How these really lively rocks can move sometimes, especially with some weight and coming in like that. I would have bet money that couldn't happen. I even said out loud, I don't see any way that back one goes away. But there you go. There it went.
Is he calling the freeze here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. This is where I'd be trying to guard the edge of the 4-foot on the other side just because there's 2 jams available.
Yeah,
play this freeze on your last one.
Yeah. You could also play like top eight over there too. Like you're kind of forced unless you believe.
Yeah, you're just trying to put it at a spot where he's got jams on both sides. It's a question.
Yeah,
the rock in the 8-foot still works as a guard. Maybe full 12 is probably. I'm just looking at where was half a rock jam on both of them. It's probably about full 12.
Yeah, full 12. Probably good. And if he noses it, then you got a guard. Then you hit and roll behind and hope he doesn't make the run back.
And Kevin Cooey now just looking at not content to just pick that out, wants to clip the red one on the way by.
Yeah.
And that's the level that he plays at, right? He's just a lot of teams, certainly the club players that you've talked about, be happy just get the yellow to go away and let him try the freeze again. But if you can clip that red one on the way by, you could sit 2, split the house, and he'll have nothing to work with.
No. Yeah, that's the goal here. Just hit and roll to the edge and just take that one.
Oh, and he's got the intern grip.
Yep. He does throw them. Might be curling a bit too much. Nope. Pretty good. Take a run at this double, try to go to the next end.
Looks like that's what they're opting for. I'm not sure that I see much else.
No, there's not much else. I mean, you could try the hit and roll across to a freeze.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that gets you either. You might as well just take this double and try to go to the next end and make your guards and see if you can get some more rocks in play. The math isn't ugly, but it's not in your favor much anymore. But
you still just need to steal a single point at a time. But
yeah. Go over the top.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Over the top and out the side. So it's a chance for 2 here for Kevin Cooey. Open draw.
That could be the ball game. I mean, it's. I don't think that anyone's coming back from.
I'm sorry, but that was slightly funny to me. Of course, Kevin was already down at the hack end thinking that he was, and Jacques Gauthier had to ask him, "What do you want to play?" And I'm thinking I could have called the outturn draw from here.
Yeah, I think so. What do you like, Kev? You like the intern draw or the outturn draw?
He should have put the broom down for the intern.
He should have just put it down.
And that right there is why he wanted to play the outturn draw, puts it on the button. Kevin Cooley picks up his 2 points. He'll have a 6-1 lead after 5 ends of play. Maeda will have last rock.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Well, as much as we're trying to keep an eye on our own game, we're also scoreboard watching. And what we can tell you is we have no idea. Who's making the playoffs yet. All these teams at 2 losses and, of course, speculating, and it's still 3 ends to play, but Maeda looking like they're going to drop to 3-2.
I got an idea that Cooey's going to make it.
Well, he knows he's got a piece of the playoffs. Even if he were to lose this game, 4-1 will get you something. Might be the top seed overall. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of tight scores here in this final round robin action. And as we mentioned off the top, 9 of the games having playoff implications yet. There is 1 game between 2 teams that have been mathematically eliminated already, and that might be the only one with a lopsided score. It is. That's the 6-1 score. The 2 teams have already been mathematically eliminated. Everything else, pretty close.
Yeah, everything is pretty close.
Nerve-wracking for them, fun for us.
Yeah.
So you start this 6th then kind of the way you would expect it to go when Maeda needs to play aggressively here. He's got the 2 corner guards. Cooey throws the 2 to the center line, and this is the 5th rock at the end. And now from here on in, this is where you get, because you can peel guards, this is where things get interesting. You can almost script the start of the end.
Yeah, this is what they did 2 ends ago.
Yeah.
They threw 2 close. They got them closer to the center line this time. And they still decided not to throw a center guard.
That might be scoreboard now, though. They're 5 up.
Yeah. Whoa, I don't think that's what you wanted.
No, we didn't want to group those rocks like that. That's why you call it to the back, just so you don't leave some kind of pocket.
Yeah. It's a debate about how to leave the pocket because you know they're just going to go up and rip a corner guard.
Well, and that's why you play these reds in the middle now. You're trying to keep the play on the rocks in the house for as long as possible.
So he's playing board weight, and he's trying to jiggle. He's trying to jiggle them all.
Too much weight. I don't think you want to kill the red.
No, he wants to hit this really thin and on this top one and scoot it behind the corner and then hit his other one behind the corner.
I'm still never throwing board.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of it might be too clever by half to try it this way.
Not sure he got all the way out to the broom. Comes across. Kills
I think
one,
that's
but
just a wasted shot. I guess they're not peeling corners, so it's not
it
bad.
keeps him playing the rock in the house, and the two reds that are left in the rings are now even, so you get a corner freeze on either one of them. It's not leaving.
Yeah, he's walking up and trying this corner, this peel. I'm going to take a run at this with an in turn. If Kui is throwing, that would be an out turn. That would be out turn nice, though. Well, he might make the thin on that. He might make this one. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, right? You can make a lot of different shots when you throw it hard like that. If Kui is throwing, that would be an out turn. That would be out turn nice, though. Well, he might make the thin on that. He might make this one. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, right? You can make it open. Surprised that didn't hit the board, but it didn't. Awfully tough to get a 3 around one corner guard.
Yeah, well, you're not going to play them all around one guard. You're going to expect that Kevin Kui will walk up and peel the corner guard if you don't leave him enough to go after the rock in the rings. Might make a pass at the rock in the rings.
He might.
Try to get them all. He's got some angle there. He's looking at the run. You make sure you roll out. Anyway, if it's all you've got left to work with after they peel the guard, you might not play it right away. But if you're trying to get 3 at some point in time, you come around that red stone in the top of the 8-foot.
Yeah, absolutely. Go to the back
and you've still got that red in the edge of the 12-foot. You could freeze to that too. You've got rocks to play with. You're not going to try to get them all behind this one guard, but none of those are easy shots.
No, I know.
We said this in an earlier game, though. When you're down 5, I don't think you get to play easy shots.
No, you don't get to. I mean, but the problem is you're not really good at making the easier shots because you're down 5.
Well, here's the first miscue.
Yep.
Actually touches it further in behind the guard, so didn't get anything out of that one.
So now I think you come around that red one, right to where his broom is right now.
I'm tempted to play the freeze first.
Are you?
Just because it's probably an easier shot than to come around a rock at the top of the 8-foot.
Yeah. You don't even have to sit. You don't even have to sit second or third shot here, though. You just have to be.
No, yeah, you're right. You don't.
You can't hit.
See, if you make the come around to the back of the 8-foot, Kevin Kui's going to peel the guard towards it. If you make this freeze, he doesn't have that.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because he's going to walk up and rip the guard.
He's got to rip the guard now. Yeah. Well,
he might
left him enough angle to blast that out. He might kill that one first.
Yeah.
Nice weight. It just didn't curl enough for him.
Yeah, it just didn't curl enough. Weight was perfect. Would you ever come around that corner, like after he does this, would you ever come around that corner again, like around your own rock? Got to go back 12 there?
Probably not until Skip's first.
Yeah.
If you do it earlier than that, he peels the guard and you've left the double behind. I wouldn't have thought they wanted to keep the shooter there. I still like the freeze, actually.
Which one do you freeze to? The one
the one he just threw, yep.
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying, right? If he rips the guard, like I don't think he tries to run him in. I think he just rips the guard.
He'll rip the guard. You have to replace it.
Throw a guard.
But how long do you replace that guard? Because if you throw the guard with your first stone, he just throws a draw over there, splits the house, and you can't score.
Yeah, right. Well, hopefully you can make a double or something, like, because there's a couple of rocks in the way. You're already sitting. Oh, this is heavy. No, I did say it didn't have to
as
be.
long as it's
Didn't
got
have to be
paint,
second
it's
shot.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he rips the guard now.
Oh, I think he does. He's
I
looking
think
at trying to play all three of them.
Yeah. There we go. He could probably make all three.
Yeah. Even if he just makes the top two. He makes
The top
triple.
two are good.
If he makes the triple, I think his shooter's staying in place somewhere, even with the weight he can throw.
Okay.
He's going to have a double available. And he's probably playing it no matter what you do over here.
Yeah, again, you don't have to be shot rocking. You don't have to hit shot rock right now. I think you want to hit the back one and roll under.
Yeah, the scary thing about trying to hit shot rock is you're rolling over to where you could leave him a triple.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the right side of the sheet right now. I'd like to stay over there on the left. Even if you nose that outside one, I don't think you can nose it. I think you have to roll.
Yeah, I think I see what he's looking at. He's worried if you hit the back one and just roll in, then you don't have a way to get the top one out.
Unless you roll to where, unless you roll to the tee, roll a lot, right?
Yeah.
You roll buried behind it.
You don't have a ton of air by the guard, though. You don't have a lot of room to roll that far.
I think there's enough.
There is. It's a tougher shot.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah.
Tough
They're
shot.
in the tough shot. They're in the tough shot part of the curling end. The issue with this one is you got to get as close to the nose as you can.
Yeah. Well, and even if you do, it's Kevin Cooey, and the triple's going to be there, right? It's hit the one you're about to throw, come across, get the back end of that other rock, and have the shooters scoot back. And Kevin Cooey throws those as well as anyone in the world ever has.
Yeah, absolutely. And this got a curl too, or else. Oh, here it comes. Here it's now starting to go. Still got to go. Okay, not bad. He's definitely taking a run at.
Well, he could. Here's the other thing. He's got a 5-point lead. He can give him 2 all day long.
Yeah.
If you just nose hit that, how does he get more than 2? Because if you go after the triple
and you jam it
and miss the second stone, if you go over the top, for instance, now he's got a shot at 3.
Yeah.
And the curler's math that we've talked about.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
He needs 3 here to get back to where he only has to steal 1 point at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you nose hit it, the best you can do is to
even the hit and roll. It kind of looks like what he's looking at now. Just play the hit and roll over in that.
No, he's going for it. He's going for the double.
Yeah, not worried about the triple at all. Doesn't need it. I mean, if he gets the double and stays right there, his rocks are going to be pretty even. He spins over the top, there'd still be a chance for the deuce. He's just playing hit and roll.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not moving.
It's not a lot of weight though.
No.
It'll go.
It's really hard to score.
Well, you can get 1. I'm just not seeing any way to score more than me.
I mean, that's what I meant. Really
Not
hard to score more than 1. Yeah, I guess so. It's not moving.
It's not a lot of weight though.
No.
It'll go.
really hard. Second.
Yeah, but you're not rolling the shooter in if you hit that.
Yeah, you're not. You can't make a shot to score 2 anyway.
So then why wouldn't you draw rather than play a delicate hit and roll?
Yeah. Unless does he honestly think he can throw this?
I think this might be a case if we think we have to get 2 to keep going. So we're
does he think he can throw this hard enough to flat roll over there to the other one and like lose the red off the yellow for 2?
I think he thinks he has to throw it.
Yeah, right.
So if we only get 1, we're probably shaking hands. So we got to throw 2.
This is going to be as hard as he can throw it. A big push at the end. Yeah. This is as hard as you can throw the rock, and it doesn't need to be. Yeah.
Is it on the wrong side? Not sure who's shot rock. Don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters. They're shaking, I think.
Not sure who got the single point. Doesn't matter. The gloves come off. Kevin Cooey will pick up the win here. He moves to 5-0, and he will be through to the championship round starting tomorrow morning. Maeda with the loss drops to 3-2, and he'll be scoreboard watching now, as we will, and as I'm sure those of you at home will be. All of the other games still available on the Curling Stadium Edmonton. You can find it on YouTube. Directly look for your favorite teams or go to the curlingzone.com page and click on the YouTube link there beside the scoreboard. It's going to be an interesting little hour here to find out what happens with the men's, and then the women's final round robin game starts in about 2 hours time, and we'll see who can make the playoffs. And is back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. local time. I want to thank you on behalf of myself, Shawn, Joyce, my partner, Matt Hames. It's been a treat bringing this game to you this afternoon, and the women's final tonight, and the playoffs all day tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Handcrafted in Canada. Revolution.